Have you ever just stopped and wondered what's really under your feet? I mean, not just dirt and rock, but what's down there thousands of kilometers deep, right at the very heart of our world? Well, today, that's exactly where we're going. We're taking a journey to the center of the Earth to uncover its incredible hidden layers.
And just so you know, this is part 19 of our bigger 20-part series on Earth sciences, brought to you by Virtualization Options LLC. Today, we're tackling the planet's very core. So let's just get right to the big mystery, right? How in the world do we know what's inside the Earth? I mean, think about it. We can't see it, we can't send a probe down there, we definitely can't go ourselves, so how do we have any idea what it's made of?
The scale of this challenge is, well, it's just massive. We're talking over 6,000 kilometers to get to the center. To give you some perspective, the deepest hole humans have ever drilled is only about 12 kilometers deep. That's not even breaking the skin. So, how did we map out the entire inside of our planet?
The answer, and this is pretty amazing, actually comes from earthquakes. Yep. It turns out that the incredible energy unleashed by an earthquake is the perfect tool for us to, well, listen to the planet and map out its deepest, darkest secrets.
See, when an earthquake happens, it sends out these bursts of energy called seismic waves. And the really cool part is, these waves travel through the entire planet. It's kind of like a planetary scale ultrasound. You know how doctors use sound waves to see inside the body? Geologists do the same thing with seismic waves because these waves change speed and bend as they go through different kinds of materials.
Okay, so there are two main types of these waves that travel through the Earth's interior. First, you've got P waves, or primary waves. They push and pull rock kind of like a slinky. They're super fast and they can plow through pretty much anything, solids and liquids, no problem. But then you have the S waves, or secondary waves. These guys shake the rock side to side. And here it is. This is the absolute key to everything. S waves cannot travel through liquids at all. This one simple fact is the master key that unlocked the mystery of the Earth's core.
And this is where scientists had their big aha moment. They started noticing something really weird. After a major earthquake, seismic stations on the exact opposite side of the planet would pick up the P waves just fine. But the S waves? They were just gone. They vanished. This created what we now call a shadow zone. And there was only one possible explanation. Those S waves must have hit a massive liquid barrier deep inside the Earth that they just couldn't cross. And just like that, we discovered the liquid outer core without ever seeing it.
So using all this seismic data, this planetary ultrasound, scientists could finally start peeling back the layers one by one. So let's take a look at the complete picture of our world that all this incredible detective work revealed.
And here it is. This is the result of all that listening and investigating. Our planet isn't just some big solid ball of rock. No way! It's this beautiful, complex system of 4 totally distinct layers. The crust we live on, the massive mantle, the liquid outer core, and the solid inner core.
All right, let's start at the top, the crust. This is the super thin outer shell. It's honestly like the skin of an apple. It's where we live, and it comes in 2 main flavors. You've got the thinner, denser oceanic crust under the oceans, and then the thicker, continental crust that makes up our continents.
Right below the crust, you hit the mantle, which is by far the thickest layer of our planet. Now this is a weird one. It's solid rock, but because of the insane heat and pressure, it actually flows, kind of like super thick honey or putty, but over millions and millions of years. This ultra-slow motion churning is what's actually driving the movement of the tectonic plates up on the surface.
Going deeper, we get to the star of our show, the outer core. This is that giant ball of molten liquid iron and nickel that completely stops S waves in their tracks. And it is incredibly hot. We're talking temperatures up to 5,000 degrees Celsius down there.
And finally, we arrive at the very center of the Earth. And here we find a complete paradox, the inner core. It's even hotter than the liquid outer core, maybe as hot as the surface of the sun. So you have to ask, why on earth is it solid? The answer is one word, pressure. The weight of the entire planet is crushing down on it with a force that's just unimaginable. And that intense pressure literally squeezes the atoms so tight that they're forced to be a solid, even with all that heat.
So we've got this incredible layered structure deep beneath us. That's cool and all, but why does it actually matter to you and me living way up here on the surface? Well, it turns out our very existence depends on what's happening down there.
It all comes back to that liquid outer core. As this giant ocean of liquid iron swirls and churns around, it acts like a massive electric generator, a dynamo. This motion creates powerful electric currents, and those currents, in turn, generate our planet's magnetic field. This field stretches way out into space, creating a protective bubble around Earth that shields us from a constant blast of dangerous radiation from the sun, which we call the solar wind.
So here's the big takeaway. Let this sink in. Without that churning liquid core, we would have no magnetic shield. And without that shield, the solar wind would have stripped away our atmosphere and boiled off our oceans billions of years ago. Complex life would be impossible. Life on Earth exists because of the incredible engine that's running thousands of kilometers right under our feet.
You know, the story of the Earth's interior is just the perfect example of how science can reveal these incredible, unseen connections that shape everything. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other huge, invisible forces are shaping our world right now, just waiting for us to figure them out?